October 3rd, 2021. That was the date of the last video that I put out on this channel. And ever since then, I haven't provided any updates or context or did a video titled, "What Happened?" Even though this is literally about that now. Hey everybody, you don't know how much I've missed connecting with you. And I think this video was long overdue because there's been so many people that have gone back to older videos and actually commented, "Juan, are you okay? How are you doing? We miss you." And that's truly what motivated me to work on this video. And I thought I just owed it to longtime supporters just to give a bit of an update of what's happened since then, and inevitably what led to me not closing the channel. I'm never gonna say like officially closing it, but I mean the last video I published in October 2021. So I guess this is where you say on YouTube, like, subscribe, but this video is not about that. I want it to be as raw and real as possible. So let's go back to 2021. At that point, the channel was doing pretty well. I was doing a mixture of reviews, not just for games, but for products, really taking time to cultivate a different kind of video that's not just the traditional video that you sometimes saw on YouTube in 2021. And it's crazy because I still watch a lot of gaming content, and it's beautiful to see just how much it's evolved in the past 2 years or so. But talking specifically about that folklore video, and nothing about the game, by the way, nothing against the game itself, just me as a gamer and I guess as a YouTuber at that point. I recorded, edited, did the voiceover, did all that stuff, and I was happy with how the video turned out. But when I went to upload it, I felt nothing. It was just like, this can get 1 view, 0 views, 50,000 views. I'm feeling nothing over here. And I told myself at that moment, just stop. Don't explain, don't justify, don't do anything. And I think it's because I fell under the trap of having to put out a video as opposed to wanting to develop a video. A lot of people at that point would be constantly commenting, "Hey, your channel deserves more subscribers," and that's beautiful to hear. But ain't gonna lie, after you read that type of comment for like 2 years, you're like, okay, like, am I doing something wrong? What's happening here? And look, let's be honest. It's crazy because now, like PS3, like 5th, 6th, 7th gen, I forget which generation. Anyway, like Xbox 360, PS3 generation, like ever since that, it's become like more popular to work on videos like that. But I knew going in that I wasn't making trending gaming videos, right? Like I wasn't making videos about the Switch and the PS4 and then PS5 and all that, because it just wasn't me. Like me as a gamer, I rarely play the latest stuff, but I also don't play a lot of like retro going all the way back to NES, Super Nintendo. So here I was in my little niche corner putting out PS3, Xbox 360 videos, and that's what made it fun for me. And even though part of me knew it's like, hey, that does have a ceiling, right? You always have that hope. I think the biggest fear that many people have in life is feeling irrelevant, right? Feeling like whatever I do is it doesn't affect anybody else. And my motivation for putting out videos on YouTube has always been connecting with people that had similar interests to my own. Just being me, being my personality and all that stuff. And what happened after October is that I actually began developing other kinds of content. So I've not stopped putting out videos weekly since then. They've just been about food and in Spanish, which was like the first time I've ever dedicated time to putting out content that's not related to gaming. Along the way, I kind of also just stopped playing games. And I think a trap, and anybody that maybe has a YouTube channel can relate to, it got to a point where I would actually feel anxious if I was playing a game and not hitting the record button. And I'm getting like a little emotional just thinking about it. And I'm like, dude, you started doing this thing because you're a gamer, you like to play games like that. That's just the thing. But I always felt the pressure of like, but what if I make a video about this? But hey, you open up that OBS, you got to record something. And the enjoyment of like producing the video, that was always there, right? But the enjoyment of playing the game became secondary, became third. At that point, I was putting out videos for PlayerJuan Plays, which was a Let's Play channel. And I'll be honest, I was having so much more fun doing that because I've always liked the concept of improvising, of having that live chat experience. And not live like streaming, live as in while I'm playing the game. And I remember even towards the end of PlayerJuan, this channel, there were a couple of videos where I actually put in some of my live reactions because I just thought that was more fun, because as good as a 10 to 20 minute video can be, think of how many hours it takes to beat a game. And then you're trying to summarize that whole experience in such a short amount of time that, by the way, can I just point out, it feels really nice to be doing this right now. Like, I've been putting this thing off for like over a year. So like, I'm watching me on screen, like, oh my goodness, I feel so weird doing this. Anyway, back to what I was saying, and I kind of forgot the point. But regardless, between 2021 and 2022, I wanted to be able to reconnect with me as the person that likes to play video games. To this day, I'm really not playing a whole lot. But today, like, I'm recording this April 4th. I don't know if I'm just putting out this today or whenever. Today was the first time in a while that I'm like, man, I miss playing games. Like, I've been playing some stuff. I played like Orcs Must Die 3. I've been playing Fortnite, Zero Build. I played the demo for the RE4 remake. That thing's awesome. But then, like, as somebody that is deathly afraid of like horror games, even though I like playing Silent Hill, I like playing Resident Evil, but they did such a good job of, like, you know, the original RE4 was more action driven, and this one's more like horror theme with the action stuff. Like, they did such a good job. Now I'm crapping myself. Like, I don't think I can buy the full game. I've been playing the latest WWE game, so I've been doing stuff. It was just a matter of, don't record anything, just remember why you love gaming. And as I was just cleaning up my home office, I was setting up the camera just in general. Like, this is a new camera. This was the old camera that I would use for like PlayerJuan stuff and all that. It's a Panasonic Lumix G87, G7, something like that. Now I switched to a Sony a7 IV because of my food content. So I've gotten like a lot of equipment. I've gotten a lot of upgrades. And at least like once a month, the question would come up like, do you put out a video? It's like, what do you do? I've become obsessed with like consuming. I think I consume more gaming content now on YouTube than I ever have before. Primarily retrospectives. Like, there's channels that do videos that are like 4 hours long, which, hey, like, I will pull up my reclining chair here. I'll take this one out and I'll just get like some coffee. I'll put some snacks here and all that. I'm like, you know, 4 hours, make it 8. I love that stuff, but I can never produce it. I could technically, right? Let me correct myself, but I enjoy, and I forget the channel, but along the way, and keep in mind, like, there's no script. I'm literally just, I hit record. So anything that comes out here is natural. Along that point that I was working on that folklore video in 2021, I began subscribing to more channels. Like Triple Jump is an amazing example. I freaking love Triple Jump's countdown videos and all that stuff. And I remember telling myself, like, some people want you to produce that type of content, but that's so well done. Like, I just like watching it. I have way more fun watching it than recording it. And I think that mixed with my latest feelings when I published that video, that's kind of what led to just me taking a stop. But then, you know, getting to now, every now and then I would still buy games. I have way too many games that remain unplayed. Hopefully I'll change that. But where does this go, right? So and by the way, if you have any questions or comments, obviously go down to the comments and I'll do my best to respond. That was me in 2021. 2022, I started producing the food content and all that. And then where's Juan at in 2023? I love producing the food content. I'll be honest, I want to sort of go down a little bit on that percentage just to do other projects. And then there's this. I don't think I'll ever come back to, at least in the foreseeable future, to work on highly edited videos. And by highly edited, I mean reviews, right? Where you edit the whole process. If you're watching this video, you know what I'm talking about, like my content, right? I really had a lot of fun with the Let's Play channel because it wasn't just like a raw recording, right? I'm not just hitting record and then I'm putting out the full video. I play like 45 minutes to an hour of a game and then summarize that into a 10 to 15 minute video. And that I thought was really fun because streaming is something I did for a little while, but it gives me anxiety, honestly. And I have a lot more fun improvising on a video and reacting to what's happening than I would on a live stream, because there I'm also engaging with the audience, and my attention span, people, is horrible. You saw it a little while ago. So whenever I stream, I can't stream anything that's like story heavy, or not even story heavy, just like anything that has a story or that requires attention. This guy can't handle it. And that's where the video comes in, because I don't have a chat to worry about, right? So I can just focus on, there's the game and here's me playing it. Flophouse Plays is an unbelievable example of a channel that I'm obsessed with, that obviously he's got his main channel, but I enjoy the secondary channel. I wouldn't even call it. I think it's insulting to refer to it as a secondary channel. But the way he mixes the Let's Play experience with like anecdotal information, with some data from the game, and the editing, like that's what I like to do. So I guess I'm just like throwing out the question out there directly to all of you is, would that be something you're interested in watching here? I'm not going to commit to anything right now, right? Because I don't want to fall under the trap of, well, now you got to commit to this. Committing is important, people. You got to commit to stuff in life. I've committed to a lot of stuff. I mean, I have a house, I have a car. Next year, my wife and I will be celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary. I've got 2 lovely kittens. One of them was napping next to me this morning. Made it a little bit difficult to produce this video. But I want to reconnect. Like, it was a very special moment. It was a very special experience to work on this channel. And even if it's like 2 videos a month or whatever the hell it is, I miss all of you. Like, really, it's looking at the comments, and when you put out a video, you knew more or less who was going to comment first and what their comment was kind of going to be. I developed so many friends, through all of this, and that's my biggest motivation. YouTube as a platform has dramatically changed ever since I stopped putting out videos. Many things that I don't like. But that's not the point, right? Life is far. This is where you dim the lights. And as I'm concluding the video, this is where you get more serious, right? Life can't just be about growth all the time, because growth can be addicting, right? It's like a channel, getting more money. It's like getting a better cars. If you don't watch yourself, you can only focus on the growth and not focus on the present. And I think that anything that I do here, yes, if the channel grows, awesome, right? But I want the biggest motivation to be, it's really nice to appreciate what's happening now. Something that I've actually gone back to doing, and another motivational factor is I'll watch my old videos just to see where my head was at that point. I know that even right now, the way that I'm talking is probably, like, compared to some of my videos even in 2021, I feel a lot more relaxed and sure of who I am. There was a lot of heavy editing as far as like what I would say then. Now I'm just like, dude, this is me. right? So yeah, let me know in the comments if you would be interested in some kind of videos here. The benefit is that if I ever do any kind of live stream, that could also just be here, but I don't want to I just want to do shit that's fun. Can I just point that out? And if that's like a 10 to 15 minute highlight video of me playing a game, and at some point we do a live stream here and we just shoot the breeze and talk about, you know, some of our favorite games growing up or anything else, or play bad games. Like you have no idea how much I enjoy playing bad games more than good ones, because when you play a good game, it's like, it's a good game. The gameplay is good. It's like, it's got a solid story. It's like, I mean, there's like 50 million videos about that. But when you play a bad game, it's like, oh, you can have some fun with this, both in reactions and everything else. So thank you. If you've made it to this point of the video, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for dropping those comments, for asking me on Twitter how things are going. I've had people go over to my food channel, which is Come con Juan. If you're curious, I will link it in the description. It's also going to be somewhere around here. But thank you to the people that have seen that, and they've straight up told me, you look happy doing that. And I love what I'm doing. I love interviewing people. I've always just loved connecting with people. And it's the same reason why I'm doing this. I thought it was long overdue. So thank you so much once again. I hope that you're all doing awesome. Let me know what you think about the things that I discussed. If you have any questions, comments, concerns that maybe I should follow up on. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully whatever it is I do or will react to won't take over a year for that to happen. So warm hugs and take care, everybody.